Well, hey, good afternoon. This is Teresa Long, and I'm going to be going through ISTE Standard 3.3, where we coach teachers in and model use of online blending learning, digital content, collaborative learning networks to support and extend student learning, as well as expand opportunities and choices for online professional development for teachers. And so I'm going to go through some of the things that we did for INST 6010 that helped meet the goals of this particular standard. The first thing that I was going to show you is the wiki that we did right at the beginning, at the beginning of the semester, when Dr. Lewis had us go through and put a few different things on, had us tell everybody who we were and where we taught, and then we were to interview our principal or who was in charge of our distance learning and ask them some particular questions on how we met distance learning in our particular school or in our district. And then we also, if you look over here, we also were able to utilize iTunes U and finding some videos. And so this was a class wiki that all the students answered the questions and entered their answers in there, so everybody could look and see and collaborate and look at what other people were doing. So speaking of iTunes U, the one that I chose, since I teach culinary arts, was I chose one here from the culinary arts program at Florida State College in Jacksonville, and they have loaded a bunch of different videos that I can use in my class that will help me get some of the technical skills over to my students and offer them a way that they can go back and review videos as they would need them as they progress through the semester, and skills that they are going to need when they do that. Another thing that he had us do was look up a mock, and because again, since I'm in culinary, I found one on Cursa, which was building a hospitality business. It was interesting. I didn't realize there were so many different online type courses that were available. So we had researched a bunch of the different ones for that, but I was able to find this one that I thought was really cool. It was a 4-part series that I could take that would actually help me on that business side of what I teach. Since I do not have a business degree, it looked like some of the information in there would be really good that I could use to pass on to my students. We also did something that I thought that would help with this particular standard, and we did some concept mapping, and we did this online, and this one was the one on andragogy, which was education for adults, and we did a mind map where we went through and we read, and then we were able to basically like take notes, the high points of each of the individual things, and then we were able to link that into one of our assignments. And the last thing I wanted to show you that I thought would meet this particular standard, when we did our final project, we were to work with an LMS, a learning management system, to create, our final project was to create lessons for our class. And I chose Canvas because I found out that my district actually had purchased Canvas, and it actually is available to us to use as for our students, and they've actually loaded our students and our classes already in there. And then we could add other classes too. So I'm showing you here all the assignments of this particular module that I put in as part of that project. And that was really interesting to learn for me, that it was actually something that we could use, because the whole time working through Blackboard and stuff, I'm like, this is really cool on how to be able to get this information to students and have stuff entered back to you and work towards that paperless classroom. So, and it would work whether we were doing it in a face-to-face type setting, or even in a distance learning setting, that this would be a good way to get content and assignments and quizzes and things out to the students and allow them also to get it back to me. So anyway, that is 3.3 in that online collaboration module.